of Escape to Alaska. I'm going to give you just a little blurb. It's seeing Alaska in the 1960s through the eyes of Lila, a young Minnesota woman who seeks refuge in Whittier, Alaska after witnessing a murder. Whittier is unique. It's one of the strangest towns in America and home to Paul, a handsome half-Yupik native who falls for the heroine. As their bond develops, Lila experiences her first exposure to cultural prejudice and learns what true love really means. When Lila's sanctuary is breached in the wake of the 1964 earthquake, Alaskans prove they are a hardy bunch, capable of protecting one of their own. And here is chapter 1. September 1963. Lila pulled into the rutted parking lot, switched off the ignition, and stared at the distant dark opening of the tunnel that would lead her to safety. Tired of running, tired of being afraid and alone, worn out by too many days of perilous driving through unfamiliar wilderness, she wrenched the driver's door open and kneaded at the tingling in her hip. As she swung her feet out, hot tears of weariness and relief began to trickle down her cheeks. A flash of movement beyond the back fender caught her eye. She turned to see a man in a blue jacket with a gold Alaska Railroad patch above the pocket approaching. He reached her open door, studied her face for a moment, then stepped over and folded his long legs into a crouch in front of her. Loose dark curls sprouted from his uniform cap, and warm eyes, copper brown as pennies, searched hers. His voice carried a hint of hesitation. "Are you all right?" Lila swiped a sleeve across her eyes, managing only a shrug in response. With a fleeting, uncertain look, he rose, dug into his back pocket, and thrust a folded red handkerchief toward her. "Here." Lila reached for the handkerchief, clutching it as he pushed it into her palm. She crammed it tight against her eyes in an effort to stop the sobs that now rippled through her. After a few minutes, she felt a tentative touch on her wrist. She gave a heaving breath,